Hey there! Thinking about moving to Cuenca but can't decide between renting or buying a property? Stick around because in this video, I'll break down the pros and cons of both, helping you make the best decision for your needs and lifestyle here in beautiful Cuenca, Ecuador. Ready? Let's dive in. I'm Esteban, your real estate expert here in Cuenca, Ecuador. I've been living here for over 20 years after spending more than 25 years in the U.S. My goal is to help expats find their dream home or rental, making their move to Cuenca as smooth as possible. Whether you're looking to buy or rent, I'll guide you through the best options available. When you think about buying a property in Cuenca, you're making a long-term investment. One of the most significant benefits is that property values here have been rising steadily, and owning a piece of Cuenca real estate means you'll have an appreciating asset. Not to mention, you can personalize your home, make renovations, or even rent it out when you're not here. Plus, buying property in Cuenca is a great way to diversify your investment portfolio. But let's talk about the cost breakdown. Property prices in Cuenca are very reasonable compared to those in the US or Europe. You can find a good apartment for around $100,000 to $150,000, or even a house for $200,000 to $300,000, depending on the area. And if you're planning to live here long term, buying could be more cost effective than renting over time. However, buying isn't without its challenges. There's the initial down payment, usually around 30% of the property's value, plus closing costs, taxes, and maintenance expenses. Not to mention, if you're not living in Cuenca year-round, managing a property from abroad can be tricky unless you hire a property manager. On the other hand, renting offers flexibility, especially for expats who are still deciding whether Cuenca is their forever home. You don't have to worry about property taxes, maintenance, or selling if you decide to move back home or try living in another city. The rental market in Cuenca is vibrant, and you can find nice apartments ranging from $400 to $800 per month, depending on the location and amenities. This gives you the freedom to move around or test different neighborhoods before committing to a purchase. Renting is also a great option for people who like the idea of trying out Cuenca before they buy. I always recommend that new expats rent for at least 6 months to a year to see if the lifestyle, pace, and climate fit their expectations. Let's break it down with a quick example. Imagine you find a great rental apartment in the colonial center of Cuenca for $600 a month. Over 1 year, you'll spend about $7,200. In contrast, if you decide to buy, let's say, a similar property for $150,000, with a 30% down payment, you're looking at $45,000 up front, plus monthly mortgage payments. The difference in cost is significant at first, but in the long run, you'll own the property and your investment can appreciate in value, potentially earning you more if you decide to sell later on. Another factor to consider is the lifestyle you want. Some expats prefer renting so they don't feel tied down. It gives them the option to explore different areas of Cuenca or even other parts of Ecuador. However, if you've fallen in love with the city and you're certain about making it your home, buying gives you that sense of security and permanence. I've worked with many clients who were torn between renting and buying. One couple in particular came to Cuenca planning to rent for a year. After about 8 months, they realized they absolutely loved it here and decided to buy a house. They said the sense of ownership made them feel more connected to the city and gave them a place they could always come back to. On the other hand, I've had clients who decided to rent long-term because they loved the flexibility it gave them to travel and explore different parts of Ecuador. Both decisions were right for them based on their needs. If you're curious about the cost of healthcare in Cuenca and how it compares to other places, you won't want to miss my next video. I'll break down all the essential info to help you navigate healthcare options in Cuenca with confidence. Make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss it.